In the heart of a secluded village nestled deep within a dense, foreboding forest, a sinister legend was whispered among the fearful townsfolk. They spoke of a creature that dwelled in the darkest corners of the woods, a being known as the werewolf spider Elizabeth. Underneath the veil of the moonlit night, that Elizabeth took the form of a creature monstrous and arachnid in its natural appearance. It stood as tall as a man, its elongated body covered in coarse ebony fur. Its 8 legs, wrought with sinewy muscles, carried it with preternatural speed and agility. But it was the spider's eyes, burning vividly like embers, that struck terror into the hearts of those unfortunate enough to behold them. With lethal precision, that Elizabeth hunted its victims, luring them with a bewitching call that only the most desperate could hear. Men of all walks of life were drawn to the eerily beautiful women that seemed to materialize out of the shadows. These women, possessing an ethereal charm, possessed a delicate, cold beauty that left men spellbound in the guise of enchanting sirens. They preyed upon the desires and vulnerabilities of their victims, wrapping them in their web of seduction. Each encounter began as an intoxicating dance, a symphony of stolen glances and honeyed words. Men were enraptured, ensnared by their enchantresses, unable to resist their alluring pull. But behind their beguiling facade lurked insidious intent. Their pale, flawless skin concealed something sinister beneath its surface. As the moon graced the midnight sky, the transformation began. Their beautiful faces contorted into monstrous, fanged maws framed by elongated jaws. From beneath their delicate fingertips sprouted sharp stingers, promising a painful end to those who had been mesmerized by their allure once the trap was set. To Elizabeth, both women and arachnid amalgamation pounced upon their helpless prey. Their venomous stingers injected paralyzing venom, rendering their victims immobile, as the sinister creatures descended upon their helpless forms. With savage ferocity, they devoured flesh, their insatiable hunger consuming the lives of those who had fallen into their alluring trap. As the village grew increasingly plagued by disappearances, a handful of brave souls ventured into the forbidding forest, determined to confront the evil that had cursed their land. Armed with silver blades and courage born of desperation, they sought to eradicate the monstrous Elizabeth once and for all. But to Elizabeth, cunning and elusive, proved to be a formidable foe. She lured the intruders deeper into the heart of the forest, their silver weapons proving ineffective against its supernatural strength. One by one, the brave souls succumbed to the spider's venom, their lives unceremoniously claimed, leaving only a trail of blood and broken dreams in their wake. As the legend of the Elizabeth grew, so too did its nefarious influence. The once isolated creature had successfully created a wicked brood, an unholy family sharing her insatiable thirst for blood and the execution of sinister plans. These bloodthirsty girls, bearing an eerie resemblance to their alluring mother in human form, moved with calculated grace through the shadowy depths of the forest. Like nocturnal predators, they stealthily sought out unsuspecting victims. Drawn in by their ethereal beauty and deceptive innocence, their methods were varied and cunning. Some would target the vulnerable, wrapping their silky words around the hearts of kind-hearted souls who longed for love and compassion. They used their charm to manipulate, whispering promises of eternal devotion while plotting their victims' demise. Others would lure those with a penchant for lust and desire, their enchanting beauty radiating beneath the moonlit sky. These seductive sisters effortlessly weaved their spell, leaving their prey weak-kneed and defenseless, unable to resist their captivating allure. Once ensnared, their victims were thrust into a web of treachery and malevolence. The bloodthirsty girls reveled in their roles, agents of chaos and destruction. They pushed the boundaries of cruelty, savoring the pain and anguish they inflicted upon their unsuspecting captives. Through the darkest hours of the night, their sinister plans unfolded in secret. Each victim became a pawn in their twisted game, strung up and subjected to unspeakable horrors. The bloodthirsty girls danced on the precipice of sanity, their eyes gleaming with sadistic pleasure as they meticulously executed their sinister deeds. The once prominent village, now a desolate and haunted place, bore the scars of their ruthlessness. The streets whispered of lost lives and shattered dreams, unmarked graves serving as grim reminders of the bloodshed that had stained the land. But as with any tale of darkness, a flicker of hope remained. Courageous souls dared to challenge Elizabeth and her savage offspring, driven by a desire to purge the world of their wickedness. Armed with fire and sacred symbols, they ventured into the heart of the forest. Determined to end the reign of terror once and for all, a battle of epic proportions ensued. The bloodthirsty girls, brimming with a ferocity inherited from their malevolent mother, fought with swift and deadly precision. The air reverberated with the clash of weapons and guttural shrieks, a symphony of chaos and bravery. In this twisted tale, Elizabeth and her bloodthirsty daughters did not meet their ultimate demise at the hands of the village. Instead, they grew stronger, their web of darkness tightening around the hapless residents, ensnaring them within a nightmarish existence. As the village cowered behind their crumbling defenses, the spiders reveled in their newfound power. Their numbers multiplied, and they devised cunning strategies to strike fear into the hearts of those who dared to oppose. Then, the once thriving community became a forsaken prison, its streets choked with the rot of decay and despair. The villagers, once united in their defiance, found themselves isolated and bereft of hope. The spiders toyed with their prey, weaving a treacherous tapestry of suffering and anguish. Every night brought fresh horrors as the bloodthirsty daughters prowled the darkened streets, hunting those unlucky enough to have evaded their clutches thus far. Attempts to fight back proved futile. The spiders, resilient and ruthless, exploited every weakness, using their supernatural powers to douse any glimmer of resistance. Each person who sought to rise up against arachnid tyranny was swiftly and savagely devoured, their bodies becoming a grim testament to the spiders' dominance. The village, once a place of vibrant life, now stood as a somber testament to their subjugation. Its once thriving streets lay in darkness, echoes of terrified whispers carrying on the wind. The great hall, once a gathering place for joyous celebrations, now served as a haunting reminder of the village's defeat. Desperation permeated the souls of the few remaining villagers, their hope flickering like a dying flame. But even within the depths of despair, an ember of resilience sparked. A small group of survivors, united by their shared grief and anger, decided to make one final stand against the spider's reign. With a mix of courage and foolhardiness, they confronted the werewolf spider and her bloodthirsty daughters. Their weapons glistened with determination, striking against the spider's relentless advance. But the villagers' efforts proved fruitless as the spiders overpowered them one by one, their sharp stings driving the life from their prey. With every soul that fell, the spiders grew stronger. They reveled in their dominance, their cold beauty casting a malevolent glow across the village. The remaining survivors, broken and beaten, watched in despair as the spiders tightened their grip, sealing their fate and sealing the village's descent into eternal darkness. And so, in this harrowing tale, victory went not to the defiant, but to the spiders themselves. The village, once a beacon of light, now became a graveyard, consumed by the horrific presence of the werewolf spider and her bloodthirsty daughters. Their reign of terror would forever be etched in the annals of horror, a chilling reminder of the power that darkness can wield over the feeble and the desperate.